Hello everyone, my name is Ginger and my presentation today is on my experience on applying to be a US citizen. I just want to point out that I'm not officially a citizen until I take my oath taking, which will be sometime next week. Now there'll be two parts to this presentation: the reason why I chose to be a citizen and the process that it took for me to get to where I am right now. So the first part of the presentation is the reason why I chose to be a citizen. I was born in the Philippines, and then I moved to Singapore when I was about 8 years old. I stayed in Singapore for about 16 years before moving here the United States. Now I chose to be a citizen because after being here for 9 years, I've grown to love and really appreciate this country. Um, After being here for 9 years as well, during my 9 years of being here, that's when I met my husband that I've been married with for about 4 years now, and we have a 16-month-old daughter together. Which leads me to the second reason why I chose to be a citizen. I want to continue building our family here. Now, to the second part of this presentation, there'll be three stages that I'll be talking about that I have experienced, and the fourth stage, which I'm about to experience in a few days. So, the first stage required me to go to a government website to download the necessary documents. You can fill it in online and print it, or you can print it and pen in your answers. These documents will ask you for personal information such as where you have lived, where you currently live, where you have studied, what you're studying, your marital status, etc. It will also ask you for your professional information, where you have worked, where you're currently working, how long you've worked there, how long you've been in the business, and so on and so forth. You will need to fill these documents out honestly and to the best of your abilities. After you've completed the paperwork, you'll be required to submit a payment with a check along with two passport photos. Now, I took my picture at CVS. You can choose to take it anywhere that offers picture taking for passports. You can go to Costco or UPS or CVS to get those pictures taken. You will then submit these pictures and the payment and the letter and the documents, all of this together, to an address based on where you live. Personally, I paid extra to make sure that it got delivered quickly and efficiently. Of course, you are more than able to choose however way you want your documents mailed. Now, I waited about 2 months to get my next letter. The second stage was getting a fingerprint and background check. You will get a letter in the mail telling you specifically where to go, what time, and when. You're strongly encouraged to keep this date. If you're not able to, you'll be asked to write in, and then you'll get another letter telling you when your next available appointment can be. Now, when I got to the office to get my fingerprint and background check, I checked in with the security guard by giving him my appointment letter and also my driver's license. They will need a picture ID to make sure that you're the right person that have the appointment letter. I waited for about 5 minutes before the clerk called my name. She then took my fingerprints and took pictures of me as well. Before I left, I was given a book. Now, this book has 100 questions, and these are the questions that will be asked of you when you go for the interview. The questions consist of questions regarding, the book consists of questions regarding the history of America and current events. Some of the questions are: what is the Constitution? Who is your governor? Name your senator. When was World War II? Etc. After I got my fingerprint and my background check, I waited for about 2 more months before I got a letter for my interview date. Now, the third stage was the most nerve-wracking of all for me. Now, during the interview, I was asked questions to verify the answers I submitted about myself, such as where I have lived, where I'm currently living, what's the name of my daughter, what school I go to, what program am I going to school for, and so on and so forth. After that, I was asked to read a sentence. Now, my sentence was, where is the White House? Next, I had to write down a sentence. My sentence was, the White House is in Washington, D.C. The final part was answering the civic questions. Remember the book that I was given? They asked me questions from there. I needed to get at least 6 questions out of 10 right to pass. Now, I was so nervous that I failed the first question. I was sweating and turning red, and the interviewer was very nice, and she told me it's okay, calm down, answer the question when you're ready. So after I got over the first question and I got over my nerves, I was able to answer the rest of my questions properly, and so I passed the interview. Now I was so relieved to get that out of the way, that I couldn't, believe that I even failed the first question, which was really easy. After I left, I waited for about 2 weeks before I got my letter to the final stage of the process. And the final stage of the process is the oath taking. Now, I have not done this. I'm going to be doing it in a few days. I've gotten the letter telling me when specifically to go, where to go, and what time to go. My friend who has recently taken the oath said it took about 8 hours to get the whole process done. He waited in line for 2 hours to get in, and then he waited another 2 hours before the ceremony started, and the ceremony itself took about 4 hours. I'm looking forward to my oath taking. I know it seems like it's going to be a long day, but I am very excited to finally be a citizen. Now, I want to say thank you for watching this presentation. I hope that it was informative and that you enjoyed it.